They also do not want you to look up. They do not want you to pay attention to what is going on above your head. If you see the long streaks in the sky that look like contrails that don't dissipate as contrails do, they stay in the sky, they spread out, and they form a massive cloud of gas above your head. If you doubt me, I flew in here yesterday, I saw them myself. Long, white clouds, buttermilk clouds, that dissipate above your head and become massive clouds of gas. They do not want you to know that if you take a water sample, you will find large amounts of aluminium, barium, and other chemicals, other nasty cancer-causing chemicals in the water, in the rain, in the air around you, in your soil. All of these chemicals are here to help poison you, keep you dumbed down. Because dumbed down is exactly what you need to
he also stated something else in that speech, which he made before AIPAC, which was actually made before he became the Democrats' candidate. It was in order to beat Hillary Clinton. I believe this was a speech that he had to make, and it was also written by a man called Dennis Ross, who is now his special advisor to the Middle East and is someone who has been documented as a member of the Israel lobby in the United States. In that speech, something he said, which was very, very important, was that Jerusalem would be the undivided capital of Israel. Now, when a person states that, they may as well get in a caterpillar bulldozer themselves and go to Jerusalem and start knocking down homes and evicting Palestinians from their homes and evicting the indigenous people from their homes. So I think that really lay the foundation for where Obama stands. I mean, also in regards to Obama's administration, you have the defense secretary is a man called Robert Gates, the same defense secretary George Bush had. You had his chief of staff is a guy called Ram Israel Emanuel, who has a very close relationship with Israel. You have people like Brzezinski is still in Obama's circle. You know, this is not a situation where we can fool ourselves. You have a U.S. citizen yesterday was protesting against the massacre on the flotilla in the West Bank. She was protesting and she was shot in her eye, and her eye has been removed. And this is not the first time that the IDF have targeted U.S. citizens, and Obama has said nothing about it. Tristan Anderson, just after Obama, in fact, became the president, was shot in the head with a gas canister by the IDF in the West Bank for protesting against the illegal wall that Israel is building also, and Obama said nothing. You know, it's very, very clear that not only in the United States but also in the United Kingdom, our taxes are in those bullets that are being fired into people every single day.
I have the heart to say what all these other rappers aren't. Words like Iraq, Palestine, Afghanistan. The war's on and you morons were all wrong. I call Obama a bomber cause those are your bombs.